Hey, old TCB faithful, this is Madhouse.
And this is the final boosh.
And we've been playing City of the Wolves lately.
Getting back into it.
Getting back into it. Not just for content, just for fun.
Yeah.
Seeing how the game just had an amazing patch.
Right.
And I'm like,
at least the best patch I've seen in a fighting game in the last half decade.
Out of all these modern games, it was literally the best patch.
Yeah.
It's like the developers knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
So I was just realizing, like, man, this is a great game, no one playing. It had tons of scrutiny for, like, literally no reason.
I wouldn't say it's no reason, and I guess we'll get into that later in the video, but I wouldn't say it's no reason. My issue is more that it feels more like excuses. Now, at this point of the game, at this point in the life cycle of the game, all this shit just feel like excuses not to play the game, but we'll get into all that. But I just want to preface, like, this is not coming from like some tournament players.
Yeah, we're not Maxes. We're not the Button Shack guy.
We're not Roofamonger.
We're not Roofamonger.
We're not. I don't even consider ourselves FGC YouTubers.
No, we're just two dudes who play various fighting games and just want to spread the love of fighting games.
And just have a channel about fighting.
Not just Street Fighter 6, not just T8, not just M1, just fighting games.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. So we're going to do this topic by topic to kind of like keep it not messy. You know it's going to get messy, but we're going to try to keep it kind of clean.
Okay, we'll try.
So the first thing Thursday I usually hear about the game is the guest characters. Salvatore Ronaldo, Joe Golf guy.
He's
right?
soccer.
Soccer. I know why I keep saying golf.
Yeah, they ain't put Tiger Woods in.
Yeah, never rapist. But
alleged. I don't know if Tiger Woods is alleged.
Listen. About this bullshit, I didn't know who Salvatore. I mean, Salvatore's cool. I don't give a shit.
I like his music.
Yeah, I like his music. His little animation's cool. Ronaldo, I knew about him.
I knew about the allegations.
I knew about him from being a soccer player. Obviously, he's one of the most famous soccer players in the world. So obviously, I heard about Ronaldo. I never seen him before. I had no idea who the fuck he was the first time.
I knew about the allegations before I knew about Ronaldo.
I never knew about the allegations. Only thing I knew was, oh, they added to the sports team, guys.
But at the end of the day, it always made sense to me. Maybe not for Ronaldo, but it always made sense to me. Like, SNK's core fan base is outside of the States.
Mexico.
Soccer is the biggest sport in the world outside of anything else but America. And probably here too, a little bit. So I get why they put the most recognizable soccer player in. It may not have been the best choice, but the logic is there. It scans.
I don't know if he's acquitted or what happened. I don't give a shit.
He's alleged. If he would have been in jail by now.
I don't give a shit.
No, it's just the fact that I don't stand here on some moral high ground about, I'm not saying, like, I don't want to sound like it isn't justified with people saying I don't want to support this game with this man in here. But you can tell when some people mean that and some people are performative.
Let's say it like this, right? As of now, the game has 4 guest characters: Salvatore, Ronaldo, Ken, and Chun-Li.
Yeah. Okay.
So you telling me you're not playing the game because of one fucking character? I don't care how you feel about Salvatore. Salvatore is a good character. For all you know, you're a casual enemy. For all you know, he could have been Duck King.
No, but the issue is with him being in the game, you can never really argue somebody's morality for this thing, right? Like I said, I'm completely fine if somebody says that's the reason for not picking up the game. I can't
retarded.
It's dumb to you, but you can't sit here and say they're wrong for how they want to spend their money or how they.
I'm not talking about how they want to spend their money though.
Hold on, you can't say it's not fair for how they want to spend their money or how they want their product, to be represented as. If somebody has enough knowledge about Ronaldo to be offended that he's in the game, then that's completely up to them if they don't want to support it because of that thing. The problem is with him being in there, it becomes an easy excuse. Like I said, some of it sounds real, some of it's come off as, well, I need an option select not to play the game. This is the easiest one to make. And the issue is that it's the easiest one to make. You get me?
No, I understand what you're saying, bro. Like, I understand the concept of what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, if pretend you want to play the game, and you're not playing it because of Ronaldo, it's like, nigga, just don't play him.
I mean, as simple as that. It's more about throwing your money towards that product with him in here, and I get that. Ronaldo forever being in that game is going to be a stain on that game. It's always going to be an option select, and I don't want to diminish it. Like I don't want to sound like I'm diminishing it.
Then here's what you do, you SNK, right? Here's what you do: you take Ronaldo, right?
You make him a KOF.
You make him into a random other character and buy it first and make it a free skin. That's how, and make that free character, make that free skin the base character. And then when you click on them, you either get Ronaldo or you get that base character. Problem solved.
Hey, that's false advertisement. They're trying to sneak this rapist in the game.
He's been in the game for a year.
I'm joking.
Allegedly.
But yeah,
Allegedly.
That's the only real issue. I understand the sentiment that people don't like these real world figures in their fighting game. Ken and Chun-Li makes sense. SNK and Capcom collaborates all the time. That's not a problem. I understand why people don't want these real world people in the game. Am I saying personally it's a deal breaker? No. Am I saying that Ronaldo's allegations upset me to any extent? No. Am I saying that Salvatore being a real guy in a game upsets me to any extent? No.
I like his music.
But I'm a different person, so I can't speak for everybody. These issues don't bother me, and that's why they come up as excuses in my mind. But that doesn't mean I can sit here and assume that it's an excuse in everybody else's mind.
I guess. I mean, you make a point. You make a point. You know, I'm crass.
Ronaldo is going to be a stain on this game forever, unless you do what you did and give them the idea of just putting in a random guy called Soccer Man, but then you click on it and it's a Ronaldo skin.
Yeah, Sock Torp.
Yeah, Sock Torp.
The B stands for bargain.
Terry, Rock, Sock Torp. Controversial characters aside, what I keep hearing about that gets my goat about people complaining about City of the Wolves is fucking the game is like ugly for some reason. I don't understand it. Is it the most graphically intensive game? No. Is it running on Unreal 5? No.
No, you can tell because people here not going through walls and shit.
Is it the Unreal Engine? Not the Unreal Engine. No. The RE engine? No, it's not. But to me, the game looks absolutely fine. And in some areas, to me, I think the game looks better than Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 has high fidelity. I don't think the art style is very good.
Nah.
It's a very grody looking game.
Like I think you keep calling it the word gaudy.
It's gaudy, yeah. Like you made the comparison while we were discussing this a while ago. It's similar to Killer Instinct. I don't feel Killer Instinct 3 is ugly, but it's kind of just gaudy. Like it's just special effects everywhere. The character models are in that specific style of crunchy matter where I don't really think Street Fighter 6 feels like a game that wants to still be cartoony, but is trying to be realistic. And I think the idea is
it's hamstrung by the RE engine.
It's it's clashing. And I don't think that particularly makes a particularly good looking game in some areas.
Look, I'm not sure people know our stance on graphics. I'm not saying I don't like super good graphics, but I'm not a horror for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's not going to be my decision to buy a game.
Like to me, I would prefer a company put the budget into shit that will make the game better, like better programmers, better engines, you know, better people making the game in general. You know what I mean?
Can I be real?
What?
It's to this point where we're going back to Street Fighter 6 Town real quick, so bear with me.
We going back to Street Fighter 6 Town a lot.
It's the same thing with Tekken 8. I think Tekken 8 doesn't look that good, honestly.
I don't think Tekken 8 looked that much better from 7.
It's very high fidelity, but I don't think it particularly looks good.
It's like, for example, Street Fighter 6, in my opinion, won't age as well. Like Street Fighter 6 and T8 won't age as well as like Street
City
Fighter.
of the Wolves.
City of the Wolves is timeless because it's stylized. You don't have to push polygons for a game to look good. The game has an art style. To me, companies that push polygons are the ones without art design. They try to use the power to pretend like it look better than it does. A lot of these games aren't going to age well.
Yeah, like Street Fighter 6, like I said, back to Street Fighter 6 Town, it just looks kind of bland to me in Street Fighter 6. And if you want to put it on top of that, it's to the point where they're so hyper focused on graphics is that, nigga, they're selling Alex on the fact that he has different animations.
And think of it like this.
They say everything about the dude except his gameplay.
The only game that has high fidelity and stylized graphics to me is MK11.
Yeah, because MK11 just looks pure Mortal Kombat.
MK11 is going to age
beautiful.
Wonderful.
It's going to age better than 1 from an art design perspective.
Injustice 2 is going to age.
It's starting to show its age nowadays,
but it's not bad.
It's not bad from a long shot. But what I'm saying is, back to Street Fighter 6, it goes to the point where, like, when we're talking about Elena and shit, and she's like, we more wanted to represent different lifestyles and different, like, bitch. Like, I don't care about the fact that she's black. Can you tell me about her gameplay? Oh, she has a rage one? Must be Street Fighter 6.
Oh,
do you even have a meter or you have a rage one?
How do you care about different cultures and shit when you gave her Marseille roll? You gave a black girl like a French guy move.
You made her French.
You made her French.
But yeah, I don't see where this argument where City of the Wolves is ugly from. I don't
see it.
It's not as graphically intense as most games currently out, but I don't think
it don't have to be.
It's the furthest thing from ugly. It's stylized. It has the cool comic book aesthetic to it. I don't like the filter they put over it, but it's not like hideous. So
like Paper Mario.
No,
I don't know.
It's some weird like grainy footage, some
I
grainy
know.
filter
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
game,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
that part. But it's not like it's fucking gross to look at. And I hear niggas on Reddit, I hear people on like Facebook sometimes, and they like, oh, this game is super ugly.
They're casual graphic whores. That's all they are. They don't understand. They look, like you said, they look for any reason. They don't understand what good game is. They think good games is like YouTube. The video is better because it's longer. That's how YouTube is.
Let's not get sour.
I'm just saying. Video is better because it's longer. So it's gonna get pushed more because more people will watch more of it.
So yeah, that's just something I don't understand. Now that's another thing that just feels like it's just an option select. I don't like the game. It's ugly. What's so ugly about it though?
Oh, because you can't see Ryu's nipple hair.
You can't see dick veins.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if City of the Wolves has a severe lack of dick veins, but it's just like,
I'm sorry you can't see Ryu's imprint. I mean,
Oh.
you can't see fucking Kain's imprint.
it's like, oh well, look at Mai in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, she's hot, but I mean, her face looks like it's like from fucking what's that side mode they got?
No, don't
What's
say
that
it.
side mode they got?
What you mean?
That main mode where they push instead of the fighting game.
Oh, World Tour.
Yeah, her face looks like a War Tour character. Like, she got a fat ass and big
To
titties.
be fair,
though.
yeah. To be fair, when people say hot, they just mean fat ass big titties.
I mean, I think Mai's cute, but
don't-
her face is
They're not
generic
really, they're not really looking at her face. I think she's cute in a City of the Wolves. I don't really care for her much in
Street Fighter
6.
yeah.
I just look like a lesbian grandma.
I think Alex looks okay,
I don't know. He look grandma to me. I don't know why.
but like Chun-Li looks like a lot cooler in my opinion than City of the Wolves.
Yeah, she does.
Ken looks a lot cooler in City of the Wolves, and not to mention the voice acting's better for some reason in that game.
Because they had a second go at it.
So I don't understand like where this thing at. Yes, Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 are more higher fidelity games,
Yes.
but City of the Wolves place more stock on its art design than anything else.
Street Fighter 6 don't have art design.
So yeah, does it look like KOF 15? Yeah, but that's not saying KOF 15 is ugly.
No, Street Fighter 15 look good.
I don't get it.
Look real
I don't
good.
get it. That as opposed to the controversial character talk, which I can justify a little more. I can't justify this game ugly thing. It just sounds stupid.
What we're trying to say is stop being graphic horrors and actually look at the game you're playing.
Yeah.
Hold up. There's one thing that people have an issue with that I just can't stand.
Oh, this is a real reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
We getting there up, buddy.
So yeah. About SNK being owned by a Saudi company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The Saudi prince.
that never really bothered me. It's one of those like controversial like Ronaldo thing where I can't exactly argue with somebody if they're against it. But then again, Capcom is also a little bit owned by a
At this
Saudi
point,
company.
everybody is pretty much some part owned by a
And
Saudi company.
some Saudi money is still Saudi money. So if you're going to hold SNK to that standard because they were a weaker company and got brought out,
you got to hold every other company by the same standard.
company to that standard. And that's my issue with it. If you have a problem with one company being owned by Saudi, even to the large fraction that SNK is owned by them, then you gotta admit that the Capcom side is also owned by that company, and you have to boycott their shit too.
And what I don't understand about this is like that's the most invisible part of this argument.
Yeah. Because
Like,
you would never know.
You would never know.
Outside, like Ronaldo could have completely been an SNK decision. Now we know it's probably like the Prince decision and shit. And Salvatore is definitely like the Prince decision. But if you want to just stick it to Ronaldo, that could have completely been a logical line of logic SNK could have turned to.
Slightly dumb. But still.
Slightly dumb, but it's an SNK logic. Oh, like I said before, soccer is the most popular sport in the world. Our main demographic comes from outside of the States. Let's put a soccer player in. I completely think SNK would have made that decision if they would have came to that. So if you want to ignore that, that's not really a Saudi Prince decision if you want to place it there. And then if you want to put Salvatore in, okay, Salvatore's in, and we know that's probably like a Prince decision. But then again, like I said, he's not like a bad addition.
I don't know about you. I'm just still waiting for the Prince to drop. I mean, then people really won't get mad. I want to play the shit out of him.
In a circle of Saudi
Yeah,
Prince.
he's making. I don't know his name. The Prince Hadim Jabbar. Where the fuck his name is?
Prince Agugu.
He's making money rain.
Give me here, put in that martial melody. He just like the Salvatore guy voice, but
The
it's
same lines.
Yeah. Hey, they put a rapist in the game. I'm gonna get killed. But yeah, I don't get this argument either. This makes no sense to me. This is the most like option select you feel like, oh, I don't like Saudi money, but they got their hands everywhere, dude.
So I'm guessing that's something to do with the marketing too, I guess.
Well,
Right.
okay. So Fatal Fury had one of the highest marketing budgets I've ever seen in a fighting game, to my knowledge anyway. Street Fighter 6 is probably more. I doubt it. But they really tried to push the game, and they used the Saudi money to that
And they're
extent.
right. They weaponized the money. They didn't just waste it.
And to be fair, the game probably didn't sell as much as the marketing budget cost. That's what we are. But didn't the Saudis own SNK when KOF 15 came out?
I think they did.
I could be wrong, but if they did, like people still brought KOF 15. So it's just a bias against a game. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. This, like I said, I can't argue if somebody has this issue because it's one of these floater issues where somebody can actually have a legitimate cause behind it. So I can't really say if they're in the wrong or if
Look, I'm gonna say it did up. If you in the States, why do you give a shit?
I don't know.
If you in the States, why do you give a shit? It's like, I hate these people who just morally grandstand and think they're more positive. I guess I don't know the word you would put. They think they're more morally above
Upright, yeah.
everybody else. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is the most invisible part of the game. It's like you said, you could buy the game tomorrow and have no idea what's funded by Saudi money. It's like, get over it. I'm so tired of these internet high standards. It's just,
Yeah, the internet soapbox.
yeah, the
Like,
internet soapbox. It's so stupid. Y'all all retarded.
You know what I don't like? Saudis.
Yeah.
I wish a Saudi would buy a company that was on the term of bankruptcy. I wish he would put his favorite characters in the game because he's essentially my boss.
Have them be decently well designed.
It's not like they have Saudi based mechanics or anything like that. Unless the Saudis are doing rev mechanics, and if they are, I guess that put us far beyond our drive based mechanics.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on in Saudi Arabia.
So well, who knows? They may have drive meters, and that might be the reason why they have rev meters in the game.
You know what I
So,
can't stand?
What?
Saudis. I can't stand the way they talk. I can't stand the way they smell. And he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, there's just a big box of KOF, the
This
City
is
of the
City of
Wolves.
the Wolves box. So people also, I don't know why, but the gameplay, people complain about Street Fighter 6. People complain about Tekken 8. But
People complain about MK1.
people complain about MK1.
Well, I guess that game's dead.
Yeah, but I still think MK1 still play better than Tekken 8 and Street Fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that.
If you're complaining about these games, why aren't you playing a game with confirmed good gameplay?
I don't understand that either. That never makes any sense to me. One of the major things people complain about is the balance prior to season 2, right? People say the balance is iffy because it was dominated by 3 characters. What, Hototomaru,
Gato at one time.
Hotaru, and what's his face?
Kine.
Those 3 were kind of dominating the game, and that's fair. I don't think it's enough to make you stop the game, but
Okay. Let's start here. I don't understand. Street Fighter 6 is allowed to be dominated by 3 characters.
well, I don't know. I don't know the meta.
I don't give a shit. Street Fighter 6 is allowed to be ran by 3 characters. Tekken 8 is allowed to be ran by 3 characters. And Mortal Kombat is allowed to be ran by 3 characters. But when City of the Wolves do it, it's a problem.
Well, here's the thing. This is an SNK game, and SNK might as well put Boss Syndrome as playable characters out of their top 3. I think SNK games particularly have a strength disparity between their high tiers and their low tiers usually in their games, or anything that's not like a top 5 or top 3 character. And that's a problem. I understand it, but that's a typical SNK issue.
It's an issue with every fighting game.
As far as Street Fighter 6 go, you can say the balance isn't as bad as between top tiers and low tiers, but that's because everybody pretty
No,
much
the
does the same
balance
shit.
is bad between top tiers and low tiers in Street Fighter 6. Because the skill, the bar to Street Fighter 6 is so fucking low. And it's like, for example, let's take Jury for an example. Jury used to be, she still is, because mind you, the game have not changed since the beta. The game, Jury is the exact same fucking character she was since the beta. Well,
she's
sorry, I
like-
don't think she was in the beta. I don't know.
She was like top 3 early.
She
on.
was top 3, arguably one of the best characters in the game because she just played My Drive Rush.
Yeah.
And then they have not changed her. They barely changed the game, and they keep adding character. Jury is not even top 5 no more.
She's power crap.
She's power crap by doing the same thing because they got bigger sticks with bigger nails. They just knocked her out. And on top of that, she's still annoying to deal with.
And Tekken 8, I mean, it's just
It's a fucking mess.
that's just Tekken 8. But that's why we're kind of concentrating on Street Fighter because I mean
Everything.
everything.
Let's go MK. MK had a Homelander problem.
MK. MK did have a Homelander problem. Probably still has a Homelander problem. But I don't know the meta there either. So I don't want to speak out of turn. I can speak on Street Fighter 6 because it's such a babyfied game that
you don't have to play it.
That we touched the game 3 years ago and we're still partially right about everything.
Everything we're saying is still pertinent to them.
It's still pertinent. So as far as I know, outside of Ed, I know a lot of people complain about Ed. I don't know where he's at specifically, but I heard he's still a good character.
Oh yeah, Mai
still top tier.
It was Akuma.
I don't know about Akuma.
Bison, definitely Bison.
It was definitely Bison. I don't know about Akuma.
Ryu, I'm hearing shit about Ryu.
As far as I know, is from the last time I checked the game, their big controversial characters.
Zangief maybe.
I don't know.
Now
I'll put him in the same list as Akuma. I'm not entirely sure.
I know it was definitely Mai and it was definitely Bison.
Definitely Mai, definitely Bison, Ed. Definitely Ed.
Yeah.
I know those three were running the game. And Mai is still ridiculously strong ever since they nerfed her.
Because they can't nerf the characters because the characters don't have anything to nerf.
So if you want to compare that to City of the Wolves, I heard Hotaru's still really good despite them nerfing the character. It just happened.
No, fuck that. No, there's a difference. Who cares about a character still being good? What matters is if that character is fair to fight. That's all that matters. I don't care if Kain good. But if Kain is obnoxious to fight, I don't want to fight Kain.
Yeah, fair enough.
If Hotaru is obnoxious, I don't want to fight Hotaru. If Hakamaru?
Hotakomaru, I think?
If Ninja is obnoxious to fight, I don't want to fight Ninja.
So I get it, and nobody wants.
I'm sorry. You know the issue with Mai is that Mai is obnoxious to fight. You know the issue with Bison. You know the issue with Ed. They are obnoxious to fight. That is the issue with these characters. And the Street Fighter 6 bar is so low that it's doubly worse because how do they misbalance a game that have no balance?
It's all predicated by the fucking drive mechanics.
So I hate when people just get on to this fucking these characters run the game. Bitch, in every fighting game, particular characters run the game.
That's just fighting games.
MK11, Jackie, Cetrion. You don't remember that? MK1, Homelander, Street Fighter 4, Akuma, Vortexes, Zangief. I'm rusty with Street Fighter 4, Viper. Like it's always top tier characters.
Marvel, you know about Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel, like Wesker and them back in the day. It's like you're gonna have top tier characters in fighting games. Are y'all that much made? Is the FGC that pussy made now?
Because I look at Mai because when I look at Mai playing Street Fighter 6, and I'm like, what is she doing that's so top
basic
tier?
Basic short
It seemed like it's just basic zoning. Are you telling me that fighting games got so bitch made that basic zoning got you? It's the same thing with MK1. MK1, a lot of people were complaining about like the zoners to some extent. And I'm like,
what zone is there in MK1?
Like Johnny Cage. A lot of people were complaining about Johnny Cage.
Well, he's not a zoner.
And I get that. I know. I'm just switching subjects. I know Johnny Cage was one of the really only complete characters when the game came out. So he was very, I don't want to say obnoxious, but he was a featured character. Like
feature creep.
He was feature creepy compared to everybody else. But I'm like, Johnny would be a mid-tier in any other MK game other than one.
Yes.
So I went online and I never lost to a Johnny. I'm like, what is the problem here? This shit is not hard. He's just stronger because the game overall power level is weaker.
What I'm saying is, the games we grew up with, we had it way fucking worse. And we did not have patches to bail us the fuck out.
Yeah, and another thing I never understood really is how, okay, what season is Street Fighter 6 on? 3?
3? The game blends together. I'm not sure.
I think it's on 3. So
maybe 4.
Maybe 4.
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
6,
so if you don't do that. If you want to say Fatal Fury just got on the second like big season, right?
This is the first real big patch. But so, it's the second season. Yes.
I know a lot of frustration was being had, right? When people were in the mindset that every patch could have been a big patch with Fatal Fury, right?
Yeah.
And now that we know the season 2 patch, they specifically were just gathering information.
Like you're supposed to do, like a good developer.
They gathered information and they attacked several problems right at the root. Nobody didn't like the set play. EX moves got the hard knockdown removed. And Supers instantly became more viable.
And then on top of that, that intrinsically nerfed some of the top tier characters.
And it sped up the game. People complained about Kain. He might have been a little over nerfed to my knowledge, but he got nerfed. People complained about Hotaru. They tried to address the character.
They love tapped her.
They love tapped the character, but they
look Yoshi. They love tapped her.
They addressed something. Is my point. And then some of the lower tiers, Mai, T-Zoc, they got addressed.
Jeanette.
And then some of the characters who are kind of iffy, but they're not really sure, like Jeanette, they got a little bit and maybe once the season 2 starts airing out, they'll probably get a little more later on.
And Mr. Big got nothing because
he just came out, and then every new character didn't really get anything outside of some like consistency things and bug fixes. Everything in that patch made sense, and it made absolute sense why season 1 was taking such small measures between their balance things. They were waiting for one big balance patch.
The big beautiful patch.
Yeah, the big beautiful patch compared to Street Fighter 6, where
they pussyfoot the entire time.
It's season 3 or 4, and the game is the exact same. I'm not saying the game is one for one exactly the same. No,
it's damn near.
I like the changes they did to the drive parry. It didn't really mean much, but they changed something. But between the roster, it's like it's the same game.
And then it's not like MK1 where you waited when they gutted the game. You waited almost half a fucking year for a patch that was kind of shit.
Yeah, like this is the issue. They provided the best patch. So you would think they'd be like, oh, okay, well, Street Fighter 6 is annoying. Street Fighter 6 literally abuses its core base. Street Fighter 6 literally only cares about DLC, pumping you full of DLC, charging simple things for DLC, charging you costumes as DLC.
No, the Gooner skins. You understand? You need the Gooner skins.
You need the Gooner skins. You see, that fixes everything.
You see, heck of the deal. Mine may be obnoxious, but she has big titties are out even more now.
So that means you're gonna pay me money for big titties, guys.
We're gonna ignore that because the more titties we show and the more dick imprints we show, the more people will play the character and just ignore the pet.
But my point is, Street Fighter 6, like we said multiple times so far, has been suffering from mostly the same issues since either launch or, if you want to go farther back, the beta.
Oh, our beta, yeah.
But City of the Wolves is actually developed by a team that, I'm sad they're owned by big bad Saudis, but they actually seem to care about the game judging by the patch they got, and there was a logic as why the patches before season 2 were so tiny. They were information grabbing, and they didn't want to change the game in a critical sense. How many times does Capcom use the excuse we gotta wait for Capcom Cup? The game's 3 years old.
I hate bouncing around fucking tournaments. That is the most obnoxious thing. You're a tournament player.
It's a simple answer.
Your entire thing is to adapt. You can't adapt to a patch. What? Oh shit, we got Capcom Cup. What is it? January?
I don't know.
Capcom Cup is in, let's say, April. You can't adapt to a patch before April? Are you, especially with Street Fighter 6? Are you serious?
And that's not even it, right? You can even do an extra step that isn't going to destroy anybody. Let the people who play the game get their patch. You play on the last version of the game.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You play in the last version, then the next tournament, everybody's up to date with the new version.
Here's a patch of Street Fighter 6. Here's the new patch, and then for a special feature, for those getting ready for a tournament, you can roll it back. This feature will exist until the end of Capcom Cup.
And then boom, everybody's up to date.
Everybody up to date, everybody get to pick what they want to pick.
So I don't see what's the big deal there. I mean, but Fatal Fury put this really thoughtful patch in, and then like you would think that would garner more players, and it did. But what I'm saying is, you're complaining about Street Fighter 6 visibly. I hear people complain all the time about Street Fighter 6. They don't like Mai. They don't like Ed. They don't like Mr. Scissors Kick. They don't like Drive Rush. Drive Parry needs to be nerfed further.
Drive Reversal's
kind of ass. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, Drive Reversal?
Yeah.
No, Drive Reversal, that's Drive Impact.
People started, Drive Impact. People started complaining about Ryu. People don't like the patty cake nature of the game.
People don't like the my turn, your turn thing. Like for a game that's resource versus resource, it's you sure can't do a lot with said resource. You got a super meter that ends every match in a level 3 because it has nothing else to do. Like there's problems. And Tekken 8 don't even get me started on what people are complaining about. But instead of moving on to, let's say, VF5, I'm not saying you have to.
You are fully allowed to play these games and enjoy them.
I'm talking about if you're going to put that effort into complaining about them.
You have your options.
You have options.
That's the entire point of our channel. It's a smorgasbord of fucking fighting games out here that is just getting ignored because y'all too scared to get out of y'all fucking bubble, and that pisses me off. It's a whole ecosystem out here, bro.
And you letting like good games die. I might not be a giant fan of what Grand Blue Fantasy did into its new version, but it's still a good game. It's 95% Shotos, but it's a good game. Play that game if you don't like Strive. Why do you have to suffer and strive? Why do you have to suffer in Street Fighter 6 when you're complaining about neutral not being in the game, when you're complaining about set play being in the game, when Fatal Fury admittedly has a lot of Street Fighter 6 isms, but it actually addressed the problems. So move there if you want to complain about neutral. The game is completely about neutral game now and less about set play unless you burn the meter
And
for a
earn
super.
it. Earn it.
Or unless you earn it. Like they made these address and
Under Night.
Under Night in general.
It's so many good fighting games.
Type
right now.
Lumina.
Type Lumina.
There's so many fighting games that people don't even give a chance because if it's not Street Fighter, if it's not Tekken, and if I want to say MK, but MK is in the middle of a dark age, but if it's not specifically Street Fighter or Tekken, it gets ignored.
Fuck, Soul Calibur 6.
This is like this tribalistic behavior that's killing fighting games. And now, yeah, I know a lot. I say that esports in general killed the fighting game genre because I don't ever understand the idea of making something a competitive sport and then dumbing it down. But esports has been hurting fighting games, and I don't know where this it's always been here, right?
They're fucking cannibals. That's what they are. Not Street Fighter 6. Not Tekken 8. We don't like it. It's fire. But once you it's a bunch of fruit right there. Yeah, but we're used to doing this. It's like, it's just frustrating. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not used to the shit in my mouth. I'm used to this shit in my mouth. So when you give me fresh apples, I'm already used to the taste of shit. So I might as well just keep playing shit. And I'm not saying that Fatal Fury is perfect.
No, it's not.
The online could be a little better. Matchmaking, I guess, is pretty fast, but matchmaking can be better. I'm not saying it's anywhere near the quality of life features that Capcom provides, but it's nowhere near unplayable.
It's not. It's quite literally the best fighting game out right now.
And you can say that. You can say that with your whole chest. Like it is the best fighting game out right now. The best modern fighting game. Once again, I'm not saying it's perfect. Once again, I'm not saying it outshines in everywhere where Capcom shines in. But the one thing it does shine in is its gameplay.
Where it should matter.
Especially in Season 2, when they fixed almost every problem I had with the game. So it's just a little sad that people get into these camps and they're either too afraid because the game takes too much skill, and that's probably it.
Oh, that's probably the big one right there. That's definitely the big one.
Oh, did I accidentally hit the nail on the head?
That's definitely the big one. I think that is the main reason City of the Wolves is not played. The game holds you accountable. Street Fighter 6 don't hold you accountable. MK1 is a dumpster fire. Admittedly, it holds you accountable. MK1 do hold you accountable a lot of the time.
In some
Not
areas.
every time, but a lot of the time it does. Tekken 8, you know that game don't hold you accountable. That is the main reason why a lot of these casuals are so afraid to go to City of the Wolves.
It's not even casuals. Like I don't want to say this.
Not just casuals.
But if you want to say towards the esports people too, you now this is just me with my tinfoil hat, right? Nobody has to take this personally, whoever listens. But
fuck you if you do.
But what if the idea of you play Street Fighter 6 in a tournament capacity, despite that game being literal clown shoes, you play that game because
you on top.
It's easy. You don't have to think much, and the only time you get to think is when other players play and they can drive impact you just as bad as you can drive impact them, and that's the only time. Where in Fatal Fury, you're a lot more on neutral ground. It's a lot less cheesable. It's a lot less brain dead.
While SF6 is more about,
it's easy to get your butter. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
It's easy to get your butter breaded in Street Fighter 6 than it is Fatal Fury.
It's popular. You know, the thing about Street Fighter 6 is when you're playing it with like randos, it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
When you're playing it with somebody on your level, it's guessing mitigation.
Yeah.
You're trying to avoid those guessing situations,
which I don't think makes very engaging gameplay.
The thing about City of the Wolves is that though I do think at times the game can be a bit simple, I don't think it's as simple as the other games.
No,
it's a lot more nuanced than City of the Wolves. And I think, like you said, the reason why people like to avoid that game is because it holds you accountable. In City of the Wolves, in Street Fighter 6, you might be like the best player, but you're the best player in a very simple game full of people who don't know how to play.
Well, not if you're in a tournament.
I'm just saying in general. The game is still designed.
I'm not saying anybody can't be good at Street Fighter 6.
How can you?
But what I'm saying is the same way you could be good at Street Fighter 6 is how anybody can be good at anything competitively.
For example, right? I'm good at Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
I'll go back to Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4, cross Tekken, get eaten alive.
I guess.
That's what I mean, why the skill floor is so low.
I don't want to diminish the players who are playing the slop in the slop they decide to get good at.
I have no pity for them. I do not care. You being good at Street Fighter 6 is not as impressive as being good at Street Fighter 5.
I agree.
You being good at Street Fighter 6 is it's not impressive as being good at Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 2. Shout out DSP.
Okay, why?
Street Fighter 2 is the only game you know.
All right, well,
Barely.
yeah, but I think that's something to consider, that Fatal Fury is a game that demands more of their players than the current fighting games out. Most of the current fighting games out are out.
So you telling me if the people who are only play Street Fighter 6, which they do, and go to City of the Wolves, will not be eaten alive?
No. There's still things like fundamentals. That's still a thing. Like, I'm not here to say.
No. Not you misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm saying it wrong.
Okay.
By eating alive, I mean they will have a significant harder time staying on top as they would in Street Fighter 6.
I think so.
That's what I meant by they get eaten. Not like they just not going to understand the game. That's
Unless
bullshit.
we get a group of top tiers that are the same level as Kain, Hotaru, and Hotomaru, whatever ninja, boy ninja, little boy ninja. Unless we get a tiers similar on that where you can shit on people freely and not have much pushback for it, unless somebody really wants to play their character and get good at the game, which very much might still happen. I don't think it's that easy to dunk on somebody in City of the Woods if you're about the same skill level.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's easy for Street Fighter 6, but once again, a lot of it comes down to, did you just guess right on that day? So instead of playing like chess, you're playing like Go Fish. And it's like, oh, well, I guess I just happen to have a 2 on this day. I guess I'll lose. And that's what the game feels like to me. But in
playing 3-dimensional chess. Shout out to Kamala Harris.
We are the result of every fighting game that came before us. But yeah, I don't know. That's about my thought on it. Like, I think the core reason mostly is because the game is harder. And since fighting game players, not every fighting game players, not quote unquote competitive fighting game players, but since fighting game players, i.e. casuals and people around our skill level, is so pacified by what the current fighting games do, then I can agree that City of the Wolves is intimidating to a certain extent, and then they jump in on the tribalism that makes them comfortable. So we all know we're dunking on City of the Wolves.
Oh, and they have to be insecurity too.
And that's what I'm saying. We all know we're dunking on City of the Wolves, but I kind of don't want to play it because the game demands something of me. So let me stay over here in the Street Fighter 6 camp and just perpetuate the idea that this game is shitty.
Yep. Let me stay with this camp where I am considered good.
It's very liberal of people.
No, it's okay. And I keep saying this. I never get a DSP. DSP will never reach a high rank in City of the Wolves. The fact that he reached a high rank in Street Fighter 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, but multiple characters, is a failure in game design.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, you say that a lot, and I always say that's a bit, but I was thinking about that as of late, and they did design like a lot of God of War's decisions, the new one,
based
off of DSP. So shouldn't he be the barometer of how good your rank system is in a fighting game?
Yes. If he reached master rank with multiple characters, it's a failure of game design.
I agree with that now, because now you put DSP through the test, and if he gets mastered, your rank system is either ass or your game is too easy.
Watch, this is how you don't play Mario Kart World. Shout out Outsider.
Oh, you shouting out everybody.
Yeah.
But that's my theory. That's my theory.
All right, this running kind of long. Let's kind of wrap things up.
All right, but I got one more question.
What?
If you are to ignore all the drama surrounding the release and build up to and what we know about drama-wise about City of the Wolves, would you think it'll still be in this current state that it's in?
So you mean like it had a good launch and nothing existed?
Just let's not give it traits that it didn't have, right? It is what it is upon release, which still might turn heads, right? But what I'm saying is, it is what it is upon release, but all the drama is removed from the game. No real life guest characters, no Saudi money reveal, no.
So Doug King and Socktorb.
Yeah, Doug King and Socktorb are the two characters, and we just think they're just as new as Preacher.
Okay.
So yeah, do you think the game will be in the same spot it is now?
Will it be in the same spot?
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase that.
What?
The same level of. I don't want to say respect, but let's say okay, fine. The same level of respect it is at now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
people still want to play it.
Yeah,
because it's a game that still require like you to think. It's a lot. The game isn't a baby fight. It's not. It's how can I say this? The game expects stuff of you, and that alone would make the game more not palatable to the modern mindset.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And then you still got to compete with the tribalism.
You still got to compete with the elitist mindset.
Yeah, all that
You still got to
stuff.
compete with the people who's brainwashed. You still got to compete with the YouTubers and the Twitch streamers not streaming the game because it's not the most popular thing on the planet and things like that. You still have to. It's still a hurdle the game have to go through.
Yeah, I agree. So that wasn't that interesting of a question.
No, it was a good question. It was a good question. It don't matter because people are just so shallow nowadays. That's the issue.
Because look at KOF 15. I mean, okay, no, that's not even a fair comparison. KOF 15 had that big like matchmaking issue that was really solved. But when it was solved, I don't see no issue with coming back to the game. The netcode was solid. The gameplay is good. You just came back to the game. I don't understand why nobody never did. And you can say, oh, they moved on to another game. But I'll be excited if it's a game that I never played.
People can't get excited no more.
Oh, you just gotta like.
They had to be told what's good.
You just gotta like what I like.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 is not a good fighting game. Tekken 8 is not a good fighting game. But people tell you these games are good. So
to be fair,
SNK always had these problems.
To be fair.
What?
Street Fighter 6 does have a lot of quality of life functions that are generally good for the genre. And I can understand why somebody would go to matchmaking there as opposed to a 400 plus player game. Because you'll find a match a lot sooner in Street Fighter 6. And if that's somebody's reason, to just say that's your reason. But don't make up a bunch of reasons where it just makes you sound either just retardedly biased or it's just stupid.
Because like it or not, I think we said it before, City of the Wolves is the best fighting game out right now.
See, in
the best modern fight. I'm not counting Type Lumina.
I get what you mean.
Other shit like that.
I get what you mean, bro. What I'm saying is, to me, it's not even about what's better, right? That's a part of it. I'm not denying that. That's a part of it. But what I'm saying is, it's not even about what's better. It's just about the mindset of completely dragging one game down or one good game down when you complain about what's currently out. And then that's like once again, to use like a food analogy, that's like somebody selling you a cheesesteak with a piece of shit in there and you having to eat the shit because it has like a name to it compared to the one where it's giving you exactly what you want. A shitless cheesesteak. So I don't understand.
I think you're hungry.
I think I am. If Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 are not making you happy, why support it? Why stick to it? Yes, you can say it has a larger player base, but if you play City of the Wolves and you end up caring about it and you have that kind of platform, try to create that space for City of the Wolves. I think it's a more than deserving game for it nowadays.
That's the problem. People don't want to do it. It should be our responsibility, mind you. But it's like
it's not in the cards.
We don't have the same pool. Yeah. So it's like I don't know, dude. Like people just don't. I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's just a discussion between two people, two brothers who just decided to record because we want content. So we would decide to record a usual conversation we would have.
Yeah, I know it's kind of messy, and I said it wasn't going to be, but Team Crossbody going to rant.
So yeah, this is what we do. And
you don't like it, you got plenty of other opportunities.
Yeah. So with that being said, if you like the video, leave a like. I guess hype's a thing.
I don't like hype.
Yeah, I don't like hype either, but you got to do it.
All hype do is help out the people that's already popular.
So hype, if you can, subscribe to the channel. We're about to hit 1,000. Like we're a couple ways from 1,000. That'd be great. Thank you if you do. Subscribe to some Nostalgia Tards, which is if you liked our content there, it's going to be the same shit there.
Probably better.
We got a Crash Twinsanity video coming up not too soon from now. It's a little bigger, so it's going to take a while to make. With that being said, I'm the Final Boosh.
And this has been Madhouse.
And we'll see you next time.
See you.
Team Crossbody. All right.